Good morning.
Hello. Yeah, and there's nothing worse than wishing your life away whilst wiping. I cannot think of anything worse than wishing my life away whilst wiping somebody else's arse. I just realised you've got your heating on.
Yes, it is winter.
But it's not winter yet, and also it's not cold.
That's because I've got the heater on. Man, my boy.
I feel like you're driving over the lumpy bits of the road.
Do you?
Yeah, you're not avoiding the lumpy bits, are you not? I mean, you don't have to, it's just...
Is there anything else you'd like to complain about at this point?
Whoa, you're close to the curb there. You're going to have to just work your way around there. He's probably looking at you now as if wondering what the bloody hell you're doing.
Gosh, thanks for your helpful advice. I've never figured that out. I don't know how I've managed driving around the world without you, helpfully in the passenger seat.
YouTube channel's not any good, but he's a nice guy. I'm sorry, Mr. Moulton.
Sorry about that. I do love a funicular railway.
You sure?
Yes. One of my favourite things, and it's my ambition to go on every funicular railway in the United Kingdom.
Well, you are a rather ambitious type, aren't you?
Okay, let's have a funicular railway off.
So we don't get time.
And keep your phone underneath your thigh.
A what?
Keep your phone underneath your thigh. Do not touch that phone, you big cheating bugger. Okay, funicular railway off. You know the rules, viewers. We take it in turns to name a funicular railway that is current and operative in His Majesty's United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland. Would you like to go first or second? Mustard.
I'm not even going to play.
What do you mean you're not going to play? You're in my car, you have to play.
It's still my car.
Some of it's mine.
But it's mostly mine.
Right. Well, that's why I'm giving you the choice of first or second, isn't it? Innit, bruv?
No, you go first.
Okay. Okay then. You'll like this one.
Oh yeah.
Bridge North.
Bridge North.
Yeah. One of the relatively rare inland funicular railways, connecting, of course, Lowtown and Hightown in Bridge North in the West Midlands.
Of course, yeah.
I've been on it many times.
Okay, your turn.
Do you not know any?
No.
Not one?
I can't think of any.
Okay. Well, the longest one in the UK is Aberystwyth. Oh, he's cheating again. He's getting his phone out. Go on, you cheat.
No, I'm not cheating. You know I'm not. I'm just waiting for the opportunity to actually...
Oh yes, you want to take pictures of clouds and things.
Yeah, because I like clouds. But I don't think I'm going to get them from the same kind of angle as we had before. But you carry on chatting.
It's ironic, viewers, that he's a self-confessed fan of cloud, and yet his phone is Android. That's interesting, isn't
Android.
it? Android.
Yes.
Okay, so it's my turn on funicular railway off. I've had Aberystwyth, so I will now go for Oddicombe.
Oddicombe.
Yeah.
Gosh, that is a good one.
Just down from Babbacombe, which of course is just hopping a skip down the coast from Torquay. And it is probably one of my absolute favourites. I love Oddicombe funicular.
Yeah. I'd probably like it myself.
I'm sure you would.
Your turn. Oh, I just saw some lovely horses then.
Linton and Lynmouth.
See, I knew this had to be a game you could just play by yourself.
Yes. Oh, I'm bored of playing with myself.
Well, we should play a game that we actually both want to play.
Well, you choose a game then. I'm happy to join in. I only come up with them because you really
Straight
here
ahead.
to do so.
No, I can do. Oh, look.
Well, it's in Quatento.
Yeah.
Which, of course, viewers, we know, being fully bifocal, is Italian for 500.
Yeah, that's true.
Right, you come up with a game then.
Okay then. Well, it's not really a game, but how about the list of proper English gentlemen? The kind of English gentleman that makes you want to be a gentleman. Ooh. Yeah, very close to the curb there.
Ah, I know. I can place my car to within a millimetre.
Yeah, I'm sure you can. Either side of the curb. Left.
Right, so what are the rules of this game?
Oh, there aren't any.
Well, what do I have to do? What's the object?
Just name them up.
I want to know what this railway line is. I'd like to find it. You want me to name an English gentleman?
Yeah, an English gentleman that you like.
Okay. King Charles III.
King Charles III.
No, I had him. I'm sure that I know it's not my game, but I think you're supposed to come up with something different.
Yeah, I am. And I'm going to go for Cary Grant.
Nothing wrong with that?
We're going right here.
Yes, I know.
Oh, right.
Cary Grant, real name Archibald Leach, born and raised in Bristol, or Brizzle,
Brizzle?
as the locals call it.
No, I didn't know that.
Okay, so that makes it my turn, and I will go for. Oh, let's see now. Oh, John Noakes.
John Noakes?
Yeah.
It's a nice junction, this one, isn't it?
It's a bit of a pig.
It's not too bad if you can drive properly.
Oh, God.
I'd just do some pulling out now, will you?
Yes, I'm sure you would.
You gotta make people wait sometimes.
Anyway, it's your turn.
I was gonna wait till you finished your manoeuvre, because you don't really want to be too distracted, do you?
It's not my turn. I'm not going to be distracted, am I? What you mean is you're so convinced that I'm not capable of pulling out of this junction alone.
I am a bit worried, actually.
Without your
Assistance.
expert assistance. I've driven round the Champs-Élysées in Paris. Nothing has appeared for me. Okay, here we go.
Get going. Yes.
Now your turn.
Leslie Phillips. Can you tell me something about Leslie Phillips?
I can't tell you anything about Leslie Phillips.
He's,
I have no information on that subject.
I like him because he's not only a bit carry-on, but he's also very gentlemanly as well. Okay?
Okay.
So that means it's your turn.
Greenfield Station.
Yeah.
I will find out what this line is when I get home. Okay, right, let's think of a good one.
Yeah, that's the idea.
Who do I think of when I think of a proper English? See, if we'd said Welsh, it would have been easy. An English gentleman. Okay, I'll tell you who I'm going to go for. Chris Eubank. Senior.
Well, I mean, Chris Eubank is very much an English gentleman, isn't he? He's not quite the English gentleman I had in mind, whatever that might have been. But he's very interesting, and he's quite eccentric as well. And that should be part of being an English gentleman. So 10 points for that.
Thank you.
I'm not going to say Chris Tarrant.
Good.
No. I'm not going to say... do you know what? This name's come up before, but James May would probably do okay in that, but still not really who I'm looking for. I'm thinking of the proper dapper-dressed man that is a proper gentleman. He has gentlemanly behaviour. And isn't too weird.
That's why I went with John Noakes.
Yeah. And I've got loads of faces coming at me of these men. I'm just trying to remember their names now. Which is great, because that means that I'm struggling with my own game. Which probably was not really going to surprise you. Oh, it's Peter Bowles.
Oh, good shout.
Yes.
See, that would have done.
What, her?
Yeah.
Alright. What, you mean as our co-presenter?
Yeah.
Well, why don't you stop then?
Well, we're in a bit of a rush, aren't we? But I think that's the way that we should find one.
What, just see one walking down the street?
See one walking down the street and
Yeah.
just say, excuse me.
Yeah, are you a lady? Because you look like one.
No, we should do it nearer the yard though, because then if they're walking near the yard, it stands every chance that they're going to be local.
Yeah, that's true.
And it'll just be a numbers game. If we try enough of them, one of them is bound to say yes.
Yeah. So, and, you know, obviously you're going to get a few remarks, maybe the occasional punch in the face, maybe the acquisition of a husband popping round the yard to sort one of us out, be you. And then we'll know exactly why his wife's unhappy.
Well, we could...
If I was to pop around to the yard to have a word with these two chaps that propositioned my wife, you'd be the one I'd be talking to.
Why?
Well, because you're the big one, aren't you?
Yeah, but you're the hairiest.
Yeah. Left.
Well, there's a question, viewers.
Why do you keep bringing the views into it? It's not their fault.
We have to be inclusive. That's how this works. So, if you were going to remonstrate with two chaps, and one was big, really big, and the other one was quite big but really hairy, which one would you start with?
Well, yeah, I'm going to try and answer that question on their behalf. I reckon that they'd see both of us standing there and they'd go for you because they think you're the big man, because you're a bit taller. Especially if you happen to be doing one of those things where you're standing up straight rather than slouching. Which does happen sometimes, I've witnessed it.
But you're assuming that they're going to be confident that they could take me on.
Well, they could.
How do you know?
Well, I mean, I'm just putting my...
Now, if they were a less confident person, they might be more inclined to go for the smaller one.
Or just not bother coming round.
Well, exactly. But we could obviate this potential happenstance by winnowing out when we make the initial approach,
Yeah.
we could, at a very early stage in proceedings, discover whether said lady is attached.
Attached.
Yeah.
Right. So ideally, we're looking for one that isn't.
Oh God, yeah.
Right. Well, we wouldn't know that, would we?
Well, we don't. Well, I mean, in terms of the presenting, it doesn't matter. But, you know, bearing in mind the jealous husband possibility and the fact that we're intending to administer a relatively stern podgering to said lady.
Well, yeah, the thing is, you just have to be a bit more open-minded about things. That's what we'd say. I mean, in actual fact...
And would you say this while he was punching you in the head, or wait until he'd finished?
Well, that would be a form of defence, wouldn't it?
I think it might be easier just to go for a single one. We could put an advert in the local paper.
Do people read local papers any longer?
Well, we could do an advert in a local Facebook group then.
Yeah. Well, we could do with somebody who can read as well.
Do you know what? I'm actually going to do it.
I reckon you will.
Let's stick some things in Facebook groups and see what comes back. I won't mention the podgering side of things.
I think you might need to.
No, we can.
Right and then left.
You know, that could be factored in some point after the initial
Rape charge.
That would have done.
What, that?
Yeah. I'd have been very happy with that.
You can't just start calling women that and then expect them to come flocking over to start being podgered by you. Your expectations are somewhat strange, mate.
You're making it sound like a one-way street. Think of all the benefits for them.
For them?
Yeah.
I'd slow down here for a sec.
Oh, good fucking thinking. I'd never have thought of that, would I? For fuck's sake. Do you know what? I'm going to drive every single time now because it clearly annoys you.
It does.
And I'm going to drive badly on purpose.
Oh, you're doing it on purpose, are you?
Do I go left it?
Yep.
Oh yeah, it's not an actual turn, is it?
It's not a
just
turn, no.
Continuation
Just keep
of the
going.
Wendy.
Are you going to specify a name? Because if we was to have a third person in our party,
Yeah.
are they going to be an official person, so Mustard Boaty and Wendy, for example? Or is it Mustard Boaty and the other one, or just Mustard and Boaty? And occasionally this other person pops up to tell us off.
Well, these would all be things that would be up for negotiation, I suppose. I mean, they'd start as a sort of guest star / guest presenter. And we just have to see how things went.
Well, I'm going to give you a problem here to have to deal with, and that is that to keep these hours that we're doing, that person is going to either have to have no job or no money issues and no responsibilities.
What?
That's fairly unlikely.
I've got a job and I've got money issues and responsibilities and I managed to do it.
Yeah, but you really want to do it.
Well, so we'd get somebody who also really wanted to
Yeah,
do
but
it.
what if we found somebody who really wanted to do it and you didn't like them enough to consider the podge? Because so far it sounds a bit like if that's not a consideration, it's not a consideration.
Well,
Now you're going to have to make it clear that the podge would be really nice, but we don't really expect it.
yeah, yes, I suppose that would be fair enough. Yeah, maybe we ought to keep the two things separate. So basically, we need to advertise for a presenter and a willing prostitute.
So both.
Well, no, we were talking about combining the two, but maybe we need to dichotomise and keep them separate. So we have a presenter for presenting and another lady for pottering duty.
Right. So you are talking about two then?
Yeah.
Right.
Unless the pottering lady turned out to be a really talented presenter.
What's the chances of that?
Well, I don't know. I mean, by the nature of her business, she'd have to be quite a good actress.
Oh, I'll tell you what. I mean, you could actually go looking for the lady of the night.
Oh, yeah.
For the opportunity of being part of this dream team.
Yeah.
That you probably have no idea on.
I've just thought of a problem now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What, a problem with this?
Yeah.
Who'd have thunk it?
The problem is that when we get our presenter, the viewers are going to wonder, well, is this a presenter who might at some point have a pottering situation suggested?
Yeah.
Or is this in fact a prostitute who turns out to be able to present as well?
And that's a problem, isn't it?
Well, yeah, because anybody considering the position of presenter is going to have to be okay with a few thousand people wondering whether she's in fact a prostitute.
Yeah, I suppose so, but presumably.
Maybe we should just get the presenter first
Yeah, straight on.
and then worry about the other side of things when we've got a caravan.
Oh, right, okay, we're going to need the caravan anyway, aren't we?
Yeah.
Carry on.
What sort of presenter would you like?
Oh, well, I mean, that's a really nice question, actually, because it's a question that you haven't asked so far, yet you've managed to ask all sorts of other questions I'm not interested in answering. So, thank you for that. Oh, you're about to be overtaken by a van. You had a slight resistance there, didn't you? Slightly going, I'm not having you overtake me.
I'm having him.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
I'd rather you're not.
I'm having him. Come on!
So, should we get back to this question?
I'm concentrating. Yeah, go on.
Yeah. I'd like one that was quite a nice voluptuous shape.
Well, hang on.
And that's not really important, I know.
No! Is that why you chose me?
No.
Because I'm a voluptuous shape.
Yeah, but the thing is, you're talking about pottering. I don't.
No, we've got to say.
That's not a subject that has ever come up in my mind while thinking about our relationship.
I think we've come to realise, haven't we, that the pottering has to be taken out of the equation for the foreseeable future.
Yeah, probably doesn't. But even so, you've asked me that question, so obviously I cannot help but think about how that situation could be one I'd like. So yeah, she's between 5'5" and 5'8". She has.
Why are you concentrating on her physical attributes?
She has very long blonde hair. She's a good voluptuous shape.
This is so fucking sexist. This is outrageous.
Thunder thighs and sticky out bottom.
How is it? I'd be frightened of this person.
Oh my God. And she's friendly yet also quite amusing in a way that you wasn't quite expecting at any point.
No, because you'd be concentrating on her thunder thighs and sticky out bottom.
I would be, yeah.
You just want somewhere to rest your tea.
I would just, if she's going to be with us and she's going to be annoying, which undoubtedly she will be, why not have something to look at?
Well, no, I'm not having this. Because,
well, what do you want then?
well, I want somebody who's a good presenter, who's going to push the channel forward, who's amusing, fun to be with. It doesn't matter what they look like. God above them, neither of us are bloody pin-ups,
Yeah,
are
that's
we?
exactly why we're not getting it.
You're hairy and I haven't got a tuss in my head.
Well, that's we need to balance this out a little bit, don't we? So there's something a bit more visual there.
Oh yeah, good point.
Yeah. So.
And we have got a male audience.
Yeah. Well, it's still a male audience. That wouldn't really change, would it?
Oh well, in that case then, I would like a slender brunette, probably late 30s, early 40s, quite tall, around the 5'10", non-intimidatory boobages, obviously.
Yeah.
Nice brown eyes and really well-defined cheekbones.
So it just so happens that both our co-presenters look quite different to each other.
Yeah, should we get two?
We might have to. I'm just picturing us stood together. We just happened to spot them together at the bus stop. Two ladies in their sort of late 30s or...
Can I just point out that we are now nearing the yard, so we should be keeping an eye out for our potential new presenter.
Well, no, we're looking for two.
Oh.
Ideally, they know each other and they've got a good rapport.
We're gonna have, that means we're giving away 50% of our earnings then.
Oh. Right, yeah, now this is something we haven't thought about, isn't it? We're going to have to they're going to have to bring to the party more than their share. So basically, make up for the dead weight that is you and me.
That one any good?
Well, not really, no.
Okay.
Do you really want a woman as part of this to look older than what you are, do you? You want her to look a bit more glamorous.
I only saw her from the rear.
Right, it's time to start taking this seriously.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, yes. And we're genuinely on the lookout now.
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
Those Facebook adverts will be going in as soon as I get home. What about that one?
What one?
That one with the hood and the broom. And I wasn't being rude there, she genuinely was carrying a broom.
Yeah. Yeah, she's run out of petrol. Up there.
Turn right here, haven't I? Ideally, Bernard would do it.
Bernard?
Yeah.
Who's Bernard?
The owner of those breasts that you saw earlier.
Oh, we'll get her then. That's a strange name for a lady.
It is, isn't it?
Is it a nickname?
Well, it's not her real name.
Right. I didn't think it would be so.
She wouldn't tell me what her real name was, so I called her Bernard.
But now that's starting to work, because clearly my real name isn't Mustard and your real name isn't Boatface.
This is undoubtedly true. Do you want to stop at the garage?
What for?
Well, in case whoever's working in there would be any good.
Oh, right. No, I think that's a bit unlikely for a start.
I was in there earlier and it was a large Asian gentleman.
Yeah, that isn't actually what we're looking for.
No.
We're clear on a couple of things.
What about those? There's two there.
Yeah, the two ups.
No. Ageist as well as sexist.
Yeah, well, you've put me on the spot now, haven't you? If you ask my opinion of something, then you're going to get it.
What about that one?
What that man?
It's like...
Oh, now you're sexist again.
We could go into some pubs and do an impromptu casting session.
Yeah.
That one? Oh no, I'll answer that. I'll answer that for myself.
Go on.
No.
Tell me why.
Unsuitable demographic.
Right. Yeah. I mean, there is something a bit wrong with your eyes, isn't there?
Why?
Well, it takes you a while before you realise what you're looking at.
Well, I am kind of looking at other things as well. seeing as I am being responsible for
Yeah, but
a
you
ton
are.
and a half of moving metal.
It's not. It's about 900 kilos.
Whatever.
With those two in there.
With you in it, it's a ton and a half, mate.
Here.
No shit, Sherlock.
Let's do it.